what ServiceNow is, what is the market value of ServiceNow, and how the ServiceNow is growing, and what is in it for us basically. What is our benefit of attending this session, and what is the benefit we can achieve in the coming future, right? As well as I would like to share the CreaTech's vision about all these initiatives, and then we can go from there, right? So the target audience for this session would be companies who are looking for right solution for their IT service management and IT operations management or IT business management solutions. Company looking for agile development tool set like IT professionals, students, job seekers, person who is looking for better opportunities. Couple of housekeeping. I mentioned that earlier as well, but some new folks joined. Please keep yourself in mute unless you have to speak or you have to say something or have any question. You're welcome to stop me anytime if you have any question, if you have any comments, right? So CreaTech Business Solutions is a company providing the ServiceNow services and training in North America, I mean in Canada and US, and now in Pakistan. Right, in Pakistan we are pioneering this field because so far there's no one who is full-fledged in this domain. So we are proud to be announced that we are kind of the first one in Pakistan to provide that kind of dedicated service on ServiceNow and training. So who are we? I touched based on that already. So ServiceNow service provider in USA, Canada, and now in Pakistan. We have dedicated team of certified ServiceNow administrator, developers, architects, and business system analysts. Right. Our goal is to create and utilize the skill set from Pakistan for local and international market. What does that mean? I'm going to give you a little bit of background, like how this idea came. So the company I am executing a contract right now is a multi-trillion-dollar company, right? So what happens is in that company, one Indian company is providing all ServiceNow resources. It's not only ServiceNow, but all ServiceNow infrastructure, database, and all sectors of IT, right? And it's around 1,000 people they're deployed in that site, right? Out of those 1,000 people, there's millions of dollars every month earning from that only one site, and that Indian company has more than 100 sites in all over US of that nature, right? So you can see how much revenue they are generating for India, right? How much the foreign exchange they are getting as which is obviously making India better and financially stronger and everything. Don't get me wrong. I mean they're working hard. They are working dedicatedly to achieve something. So they are achieving it, right? And this is the promise of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala that if you are working towards something, I'm gonna provide you that, right? So Alhamdulillah, we are Muslim and we are kind of energetic on that side. So why not us, right? So my question is so much. I mean, I understand there's a huge population difference between India and Pakistan, but look at the perspective. Like, don't we have talent in Pakistan? Don't we have people in Pakistan who has high skills and high talents? If you check each and every person, there is something good in it which can be cashed, right? Someone is very good in analytical skills. Someone is very good in communication. Someone is very good in hardworking. Someone is very good in education. Someone is good in English. So everybody has some sort of quality. The only thing is how can we bring up that quality, bring the inside out to market it and to get benefit out of it, right? Not for only himself or herself, but also for the whole nation, right? How can he be beneficial for the whole nation? How can he be beneficial for himself, for his family, and the whole nation, right? So that's the theme behind it. Right? We can create our resources from Pakistan resources pool, and we can use and utilize that resources in all over the world, right? Either that's North America, that's Europe, that's any other country who are looking for help, we can provide them the help and bring the bring the profit in Pakistan and get Pakistan in a better shape. I mean, obviously we are a very small company, but the vision is not small, right? And that's what I feel like, you know, ख्वाब देखने में कोई हर्ज नहीं, ठीक है। और बेसिकली कामयाब वही लोग होते हैं, आगे वही बढ़ते हैं, द ओनली पीपल हु मूव फॉरवर्ड, they have a vision, they have a dream they want to achieve, right? So let me continue with the rest of the points here. We have a dedicated team of professional, in having industry experience as well as training experience. The education activity we are initiating is to support our primary objective. What is our primary objective? Our primary objective is get the work from all over the world and utilize the skill set in Pakistan or India, so that we can use that as a as our strength and get the benefit of getting the business, right? We have industry experience from oil and gas, armed forces, aviation, power generation, power distribution, construction, Crown Corporation, even federal government, US, Railroad Corporation. I would like to, this is the main focus of our webinar is ServiceNow. And what ServiceNow is, basically, I'm gonna give you a couple of slides. So maybe after you go through these slides, you will have some better idea about ServiceNow. What is it about, and what's the benefit, and how can we achieve the benefit out of ServiceNow, right? So ServiceNow is basically a PaaS, which is platform as a service. It's provide technical management support for IT service management, IT operations management, business management of organization of varying size, like to very small to a very, very large size company. They can all utilize ServiceNow and get benefit out of that, right? ServiceNow is enterprise level service management application built on ITIL framework. ITIL framework is the framework utilized and applied all over the world for service management best practices, right? So that ServiceNow is built on ITIL framework. The backbone is ITIL framework, right? ServiceNow is enterprise level service management application. Sorry, I just covered that. Apologize. Most popular service management tool with record building evolution in the service management market. So let me give you a little bit background on that one. I was working on Maximo, which is an IBM solution. I worked for almost a decade on that side, and I was kind of a fan of Maximo. But when it came to ServiceNow, I looked at ServiceNow. I analyzed like how it is better than any other tool. So from that day, I have like 180-degree turn that ServiceNow is way better than Maximo. While Maximo was kind of my baby, I had worked for a decade on Maximo. But once I analyzed ServiceNow, the functionality, the ease of use, ease of development, the vision and the completion, it's awesome, right? So from that day, I started on ServiceNow. Even in the IBM, which is kind of a owner of Maximo solution, in that IBM environment, we created the ServiceNow environment, and we implemented ServiceNow even inside the IBM, right? So that was kind of a big battle with the senior management of IBM, like why we are getting the tool of our implementer. 1 second, please. Highly sizable because of its completely cloud-based existence, right? You don't need to have anything. You just have internet, and you can use the full benefit of ServiceNow, including the development, including the administration, including the end user activities, including the fulfiller activities. Each and every aspect of ServiceNow you can use just with a thin client. You don't need any infrastructure, you don't need any server, you don't need anything. Let me tell you one thing, like around 10 to 12 years back, I was learning SAP, and just the software I got for 20,000 rupees Pakistani, right? and then I get it implemented. I wasn't able to implement it completely, and there's a lot of steps on a lot of things. So I spent like weeks just to get the system on my laptop, so I can start learning it. I can start working on it, right? But unlike that, ServiceNow, all you need is a thin client, right? All you need is the internet access on a browser. You can start working on that. Either it's a Firefox, either it's a Chrome. Chrome is recommended, but you can still use that with the Firefox and any other web browser. Uh, User-based licensing model. It means like the only the users who are fulfiller or approver, they only have to pay for the licensing cost, right? So that gives a company flexibility and a proper way, like where they should spend their money. And it's there's the good thing about ServiceNow is there's no licensing cost at all about how many CIs you have, how many. When I say CIs, it means configuration item. You will learn that in in ServiceNow if you need to. But there's for the end users who are, no matter if your company has thousands of employees, they're all using ServiceNow. You don't have to pay licensing costs for all those end users, right? Only the fulfillers and approvers should be licensed, right? It has great integration capabilities through the like web services like REST, SOAP, and email integration. It has very excellent, and there are many packages which are kind of built in that you don't even have to do a lot of coding and customization. With a very minor customization, you can get it integrated with a famous solution or famous application, right? A software platform that helps companies controlling service information technology, right? So it's a platform. So basically what happens is many applications, they provide a certain set of functionality that you can leverage and you can use, right? But ServiceNow is way different from that perspective, that it has I will show you in a couple more slides like what are the main things it already has built in it. But other than that, it provides you a complete framework, including the database, the middle layer, and the all the integration and development capabilities and interfaces, that you can develop your own application from the scratch. Just build a brand new application as you need. If you think that's not in the ServiceNow, if there's anything in the ServiceNow, you can leverage that because that's built on the best practices. But if there's anything you think it's not in ServiceNow and you want it, so you can build it from scratch. And there's a vast range of tools and technologies inside ServiceNow, so you can leverage them. Elevates efficiency by organizing work, integrating different tools, and having a single platform to make changes into the program. The incident problem change management. This is like a main thing in a company, which takes a lot of investment, lot of money, and lot of time from the employees, right? So that's made easiest in ServiceNow to deal with the incident management, problem management, and change management, so that they can focus on the business more than the issues and problems, right? It helps reduce the capital investment by 80% in ITSM sector. When I say ITSM, that IT service management, and it reduced the running cost of ITSM by 60%, which is a huge number, right? Secure the confidentiality of data without sacrificing the integrity of the workspace and vice versa, right? So ServiceNow is completely encrypted, so over the internet. It's very safe for from the hackers and any other data breach, right? So the report says approximately 12,612 companies made use of technology for smoothing the function of their businesses' other departments. When say other departments, means like the departments other than service management, right? So this is kind of a very high level bird eye view perspective about what ServiceNow is, right? So a lot of people I have heard, even the people who know ServiceNow, I have heard from them like ServiceNow is a ticketing tool, right? Yeah, I understand that's the best ticketing tool in the world right now, but there's a lot other things which we shouldn't be ignoring, right? So when you say ticketing tools, that covers only this area, right? Like the service management. And even in the service management, the incident problem change management, and somehow asset and facilities management, right? But that's a very small subset of ServiceNow. The ServiceNow has a complete world inside it, right? So, for example, if you see, the IT business management, it has demand management, resource management, it has project portfolio management, it has agile development tool set, as well as the automated test framework. It has application portfolio management, financial management. If you see IT operations management, it has discovery. Discovery is like the system goes to the network and explore the devices which are in the network and bring it back to the ServiceNow database, which is CMDB, configuration management database of ServiceNow. That's CMDB is kind of the backbone of ServiceNow, that all the configuration items, like all of your servers, switches, routers, each and every network components and can be there, right? And in the IT operation management, it has service mapping. Service mapping tells you, like, for example, you have an application, and that's kind of a main application in your system, right? And so service mapping basically tells you what will be affected and what are the dependencies of that application, right? So for example, if that's a huge application and benefiting the whole company, and that's kind of a revenue generating application for your company, you should know what are the things this system is depending on. What are the servers? What are the in-network gears? What are the routers? What are the load balancers? Right? So anything happens with any of them, your system will be infected. Right? Your system will be affected. So service mapping gives you the all bird eye view map, like what is the hierarchy of the different configuration items, and if which server goes down, if one server goes down, what are the system can be affected by that server going down, right? What are the applications can be affected by the server going down? If one network equipment goes down, what are the effect of all the applications or application services your company is providing or taking benefit of, right? So likewise, the GRC is governance, risk, and compliance. So ServiceNow has a very good GRC solution, which is very rapidly growing right now in the world. ServiceNow has a HR management system. It has customer service management, right? So it's a full platform. And besides all these, it gives you a complete platform so you can build your own application from the scratch. You know, it is not recommended that if you have something in here, like for example, incident management, you go ahead and build your incident management. It will be of course, not a right decision, that whatever is present in ServiceNow with best practices, with the best workflow, with the best benefit, why do you need to spend a lot of money in developing something which is already present? Why would you reinvent the wheel, right? So this is about ServiceNow growth, ServiceNow financial growth. If you see the ServiceNow started only, this graph is showing from only 2013, right? In 7 years, it was around $20 to $25 per share cost, and it's grown up to $300 right now, which is current market value. And within next 3 years, it's gonna be doubled. It's more than $600 per share in 2021 and 22, right? So that shows how rapid the company is growing, right? So I have a logic. If you associate yourself with a growing thing, obviously you're gonna grow, right? So that's the reason I am showing this slide here, that if you associate yourself with something growing, either that's a company, that's a person, or that's whatever, obviously you will get some share of that, right? So this is a very right time to associate with ServiceNow, learn ServiceNow, utilize ServiceNow. and it's going to be very boom in near future in Pakistan, even in Pakistan. Okay, this gives a little bit of what is ServiceNow's marketplace right now. Gartner Magic Quadrant. Basically, Gartner is an international organization which analyze all the aspects of a system with respect to ability to execute and completeness of vision, and that it gives you analytical report showing what is the best application. It compares like different application, different tools, and come up with their perspective based on the facts and figures, right? So I just wanna confirm. I have been speaking for quite a while. I just wanna confirm if you all can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, appreciate that. And the other question I would have के बोर तो नहीं कर रहा मैं आप लोगों को? Am I boring you guys? So this, I mean, maybe it's a little bit dry for you, a little bit, but if you concentrate and if you try to get the message I am trying to convey here, inshallah, it's going to be very beneficial going in future, right? So this is about Gartner Magic Quadrant, which is worldwide recognized and accepted, right? So if you see the place of ServiceNow, and by the way, there are hundreds of tools and applications in the market. So they took only the top 10 tools, right? Like BCM, Cherwell, Avanti, IBM product, Easy Vista. So out of those 10 tools, they analyzed the ServiceNow is top in the market. Even in the market leader, it's kind of top. It has the completeness of vision. It has the maximum completeness of vision. It has the maximum ability to execute, right? So that tells you, while let me give you one thing, that IBM thing here, you can see in the bottom, everyone knows IBM, right? And this is the maximum I was talking about. It's an IBM product, right? And they are more than 60 years old product in the market. And I have been working with IBM, Maximo. I have been like all the oil and gas companies in Pakistan, all the plant maintenance, all the companies who needs plant maintenance, like power generation, power distribution, they all used Maximo in some point of time, and many of them are still using Maximo because it's not easy to switch application. So, and this product ServiceNow, it came in market like last 15 years. 15 years back, it was kind of founded, right? And you can see within that 15 years where it got, and the IBM solution, which was like 60, 70 years in the market and have a big clientage, is, how badly it is bitten by ServiceNow, right? So that's kind of something to analyze and understand, like where it is going, right? And as I mentioned, like if you associate yourself with something growing, obviously you're going to grow, right? Only thing is you have to put your concentration, you have to put your investment, you have to put you know, your time and effort on that side. Any questions so far? Let me pause for a second. Any question from anyone so far? Okay, I'll move forward. I would mention one thing, like if you want to ask question in English or Urdu, whatever language, that should be fine. I'm Pakistani. I know Urdu very well as well. So if you have any question in Urdu or English, feel free. Obviously, even I, if I start talking in Urdu, I can talk even better, right? Because that's my own language, right? Because some people are here who may not be understanding Urdu, so that's why I want to stick to English. Okay, so this is kind of a eye-opening slide, right? So the huge companies in the world, as you can see over here, the huge and big companies, the multi-billion-dollar companies in the world, they're all using ServiceNow. Even the ServiceNow competitors are using ServiceNow, right? As I mentioned, that IBM is a like very tough competitor. It was a very tough competitor of ServiceNow. Right now, it's not a tough competitor, but it's still a competitor. And there are ServiceNow implementations inside the IBM, right? So that really tells us something, right? Likewise, if you see, the big other companies like SunGard, Dell, AMD, Intel, Juniper, Citi, these are like a world biggest companies, right? Johnson Johnson, Kimberly Clark. So all these companies are using ServiceNow for reasons, right? So vision, I have touched based on the vision at the beginning a little bit. Uh, my vision or our company's vision is to get the market share from the international market and national market for the talents in Pakistan, right? Like you guys. I cannot do anything by myself unless I have your full cooperation. I have your time and effort associated with this vision, right? So what's in it for you? Obviously, as I mentioned that we are a small company. We have to grow a lot, fulfill our vision, and that growth will only be possible with you folks, right? If you join us in our education programs, and then going forward, if you join us in our services program as an employee or as a worker or contractor, only then we can grow, and we can get to our vision. We can start getting our vision, right? So we have built up, what we are trying to do is we are trying to build a team in Pakistan. We have a team in Pakistan, but we are trying to grow that team locally in Pakistan and utilize that team for our to capture the market from international and local projects. Let me tell you one thing. Like right now, you know, it's not, I won't say it's saturated. The market is saturated in US and Canada, but it has lot more saturation than in Pakistan, right? So in US, Canada, Europe, the ServiceNow is there's thousands and thousands of implementation of ServiceNow. But in Pakistan, you can count in fingers, like very few companies who have implemented ServiceNow. So what does it tell us? It tells us that there's a huge opportunity, huge potential in Pakistan market. There's the barren land where you can grow your ideas, and you can get benefit of that, right? So basically, uh, right now there's not a lot of companies in Pakistan, but there is still a lot of job openings coming up in ServiceNow with a very good pay. And going forward, what I am visualizing is going forward, when it comes in Pakistan as a boom, there will be lot of demand of ServiceNow professionals, lot of demand of the people who know ServiceNow, right? So, I have been to the training which ServiceNow provide, right? That's a very short training, right? So, for example, they take, around $3,000, and plus your hotel expenses, your living expenses, your flights. So ultimately, it makes like somewhere around $5,000 for the course, which is around 9 lakh Pakistani rupees, and that's a 3 to 4 day course, and it's too much material to absorb. By the end of the course, when you come back from the course, you can analyze, like, it's very difficult to get anything from that course within 3 days, right? So that's why we have designed a course of the same course material, but it's gonna be spread on a whole month, right? 4 weeks program. So you can get the maximum benefit, you can get the maximum lab time. We have our certified um, teaching professionals who can guide you through the lab. There'll be 5 days a week, theory classes and lab classes, right? And it can benefit you much more than the courses which is professionally offered, like 3 days, 4 days course, right? Because you will have the whole month to spend your time on it and learn as much as you can, right? So ServiceNow professionals all over the world is very high paid, right? So right now, among all other IT sectors, ServiceNow is the best paid, right? The the pay starts from 120K to 250K per annum, right? So just to give you, if you talk about 160K, it's 1.6 million Pakistani rupees, 60 lakhs Pakistani rupees per month, right? And likewise, I'm sorry. Likewise, if you go to the upper end of that, it's around 300,000. I mean 3 million rupees per month, right? So obviously in Pakistan the remote rates are different, but these are the rates in North America and Europe, right? So ServiceNow people are very high demand all over the world, especially in US, Canada, and Europe. I keep checking that. There are a lot of opportunity be upcoming in Pakistan based on the adoption of the latest tools and technologies in Pakistan. So as I mentioned, that right now is a very growing market, is undergrown at this point, but it is started growing now, and it will go boom very soon, inshallah, in Pakistan. So this is a little bit of my profile. I have more than 20 years of worldwide management and technical experience in different sectors, including armed forces, oil and gas, power generation, power distribution, construction, EPOS for Mercedes-Benz Taiwan, railroad transportation, land titles and corporation registration, corporate registry in Canada, Crown Corporations of Canada, including IT, social services, telecommunication, right? So these are kind of very rich sectors I have worked on. Other than that, I have recognition from the world leaders like ServiceNow. I am ServiceNow certified. I am PAP certified. I have ProSci change management certification. I have the Agile certified. I'm Agile certified practitioner. I am ITIL certified and IBM certified, Oracle certified. uh, Basic qualification, done masters in University of Karachi. So this is the course contents which we are offering. Just at a glance, you know, for our registration is already open, and the course will start on November 7th, right? So the first batch will be physical teaching and long hours teaching and lab for 3 days in a week, and theory classes 2 days in a week. We'll be covering the ServiceNow overview, list and filters, forms and templates, which is in ServiceNow. Branding, how can you set your brandings based on your company and like a currency, company, look and feel, and all those. User administration, how can you do the user administration? Task management, how can you do the task management? Notifications, and how can you change the notifications or set up the notifications? Reporting and dashboarding. So ServiceNow has a very good capability of reporting, generate the reports, and create the dashboards or widgets, so you can see how the company is performing, how the different processes of companies performing, what is their performance, right? And type of on database administration, which is data schema, CMDB, which is configuration management database, application and access control, import sets, how can you import the data from other systems or other sources to ServiceNow. Also self-service and process automation, knowledge management, which is ServiceNow has a very good knowledge base. You can put all of your knowledge contents in ServiceNow. We have service catalog, which is very good to automate your systems, your company's services. We have workflow designer, flow designer in ServiceNow, which helps a lot to automate the things. Introduction to scripting and application tools will also be covered. Scripting, the most of the ServiceNow backend scripting is JavaScript. But the good thing about ServiceNow is it's not a lot of code based. The development is customizations based. So it's easy to do up to a third level customizations. Only few places where you have to go through the scripting, right, and programming things. So anyone who is not very good in programming, it's also good for them. at least our first course, which is certified system administration course. It doesn't need lot of programming skills. It doesn't need lot of coding skills. So you can start with that for sure. Migration and integration, it's like integrating ServiceNow with other system. How can you migrate from one environment to other environment, from one version to other version? And the development, it is, we are gonna give the overview of ServiceNow development, scripting, and migration. Any questions so far? I would like to hear something from you folks. So yeah, go ahead, please. There was a question or something someone tried to say. I'm sorry. Okay, so our registration is already open. We have information registration links posted on our website. Expected classes will be starting on November 7th. Uh, classes will be conducted 5 days a week, 4 weeks, including theory and lab. Course material will be provided to students. The fee for the course is 150,000 rupees, okay, which is less than $1,000. Early bird registration, right? So we have some options for the people who register early. We have the first 10 students will be given 20% discount. The first 10 students will be included in a lucky draw for a smartphone. And also the group discount will be available if a group of 5 or more people come, will get in additional 20% discount for their fee. And trust me, it's a very good option, very good opportunity. Unlike what other even ServiceNow themselves are offering, they are offering a course for $2,400, plus you have to go for taking the course, flights, and all those. It's gonna be very, ultimately it's gonna be very expensive and very less outcome of your money, right? So one thing I want to highlight is ServiceNow learning resources. So what ServiceNow learning resources ServiceNow provides is awesome. There's no other example in any other company providing that much benefit to you. So I'm saying that is you can get completely free instance for every individual for yourself, right? And you can do whatever you want to do with that instance. You can learn as much as you can without any fear that you're going to break the system, right? Even if you break the system, you can get a new one like this. So that's completely free. It's awesome. None other companies have that kind of benefit, that kind of provision. So far, no example in the future and in the current scenario. There is a huge library of documents of learning.
Hello, Mr. Iqbal. I cannot hear you. Hello, you are on mute.
Okay, I really apologize. I don't know how did I get to mute. So for how long you guys couldn't hear me?
Just before 10 or 20 seconds.
Oh, okay, okay. I am sorry. I don't know who muted me. Okay, no worries. So I maybe I'll cover this slide again. So please let me know if you have any interruption in the voice or
Hello,
anything.
Mr. Iqbal. We cannot see your screen,
Oh.
but the video.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
We cannot see your screen. This slide.
You can't see my screen. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know how this is happening. Let me reshare. 1 second. Excuse me, क्या? Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen.
And you can hear me now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I apologize for the interruption. I don't know how did it happen. So I will cover this slide again. This is ServiceNow learning resources. So what I was saying is there is no other company which provides the user the facility of learning as much as ServiceNow. They provide you completely dedicated, completely free instance that you can work on it, you can learn on it, and there is no fear. Even if you break the system, you can get a new one with a very fast request, right? They can instantiate a system for you in just a couple of minutes, right? It has a huge library of document for your learning and development, right? And it has a big ServiceNow wiki. You can get all of your question answered. You can get all of your information what you're looking for in the ServiceNow wiki. And other than that, there's a huge communities in ServiceNow that you can be part of, and you can get benefit. You can post your questions, you can look at the other questions and answers, and it gives you a very good option to learn going forward. So we have our office location in Karachi, close to the Governor House, in Trade Tower building. So we developed a office there. That's where our classes will be conducted. That's where our development activities will be conducted as well, the backend. Right. So any questions so far? I would like to hear something from you for sure. And as I mentioned, that feel free to speak up in Urdu or in English. You know, I can equally understand Urdu too. So please let me know if you have any question, if you have any comments, if you need to know more. You know, obviously there could be a lot of questions in your mind, right? Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you share me the link of the website?
Oh yeah, sure, sure. So, Wes, can you put the website link on the chat message, please? So you can follow us on the Facebook, Twitter, and as well as we have our website. Anything will be coming up in our website. The registration is already open. There's a form in the website where you can go and register yourself. Let me give you a quick glance of that. Let me share my other screen for a minute. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is our website. Uh, you can go this www.createchbs.net. You can go to our website. You can see our vision, what are the scheduled things, and as well as you have that online registration form. You can click that. Also, you can find the recording of this session over there on the website. The previous recording is there. You can check that out as well, and we're gonna post the new recording in there too, right? So this is the registration form, very simple registration form. You fill it out, and then you submit your application form, and then we'll contact you for the next steps. Any question?
No, thank you.
Any more question from anyone? So I would close with some closing notes here, and I wanna, as I mentioned, that myself, I have a very small team. Myself and my team won't be able to do anything unless we have cooperation from you. For some reason, if that course is not feasible for you at this point, maybe for the time, resources, money, or whatever the reason is, you can at least move it forward. You can at least talk to the other people who can who can get benefit of that, right? And if you have some concerns, some issues, please feel free to talk to us anytime. We'll make that happen for you, make that easy for you. Okay, so we really need your help. Thank you very much, everyone. Any other question before I drop off? Last few minutes. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. I highly appreciate your time. And inshallah, think about it, analyze it, make a qualified decision, and think about future, think about what you can achieve with this. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
अच्छा